Welcome back to It's Hard Out Here, the show that allows you to have a sneak peek into the lives of two mildly unhinged individuals in their 20s trying to navigate the complexities of the modern age. My name's Hayley and I'm joined by my lovely, gorgeous co-host,
Hello.
Kez. In this episode, we will be discussing the pros and cons of social media, including the issues of access to information, mental health, and the polarization of opinions.
Just a quick disclaimer and trigger warning. Everything we say in this podcast is our opinion. We've done research. You don't have to agree or disagree or even like what we say, but everything we say is our opinion. And of course, if you have a different opinion to us, we
love to hear it.
We would love to hear it.
I think this should be like an educative discussion for everybody, including us. Because we did do some research, which we will try and make accessible via a link somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is also our opinions. So with that said, I suggest you all get comfortable. Get yourself a glass of your beverage of choice.
Today we are drinking a green juice.
A green jus.
A green jus, so that we can poop it out in the morning.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to come out my butthole. And so, yeah, enjoy today's episode of It's Hard Out Here.
Okay.
It's so tasty.
It tastes like
green juice.
Digest.
Oh, are you going to have your shot? Yes.
Oh my God, I just
grape juice everywhere.
Speaking of, I got this lovely de-stress.
Wait, make sure you shake it up first.
Oh, de-stress super shot. It's to calm me down because.
Oh my God, watch out! You're going to hit me in the face there.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Because I'm definitely not calm.
Yeah. So
even though I kind of give out the vibe that I am calm.
Energy. Yeah, no.
Everybody thinks I smoke weed, and
Would you like to explain what's in the shot to our listeners?
Yeah. I was getting there.
Okay.
It's a de-stress super shot. It's got blueberry, hemp, chamomile, and lavender.
Gorgeous.
It's by Juice Lab Wellness.
All right, let's go. Chug it. Chug it. So Kez is about
to... Do you want to smell
Yes, please. That smells like my essential oils that I put into my
like an oil.
diffuser.
Ready? Bottoms up.
Oh my gosh, that was a big ass gulp. I don't know if you guys heard that. Thoughts?
Oh my God, I almost choked.
Girl, I heard it. I heard it go down and then come back up.
That's exactly. It was really nice though.
Okay, slay. Instant calm. Instant soothe.
I'm not calm yet.
Okay, well, let's see if you're calm by the end of it or more heated.
All right.
Okay, so
getting on with it.
Jumping in, first we wanted to define what social media is, so we have some parameters. And the Google definition is websites and applications that enable us to create... Oh, not us, users. Okay, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Further to this, as of October 2022, there were 4.74 billion, that's 59.3% of the world's population, active social media users.
Wow.
Yeah. So... what we're going to do is we're going to break down the whole access to information situation first, bars, and then we'll go through the mental health and then the polarization of opinions. So get comfy. I feel like this one's going to be a bit of a long one.
It's a bit crazy because I got work tomorrow morning, babes.
We're on a timer.
We're on a tight schedule here.
All right, let's jump straight in then. So firstly, I thought security, right? This can actually, social media can help with security because, when I'm looking to buy a product, firstly, I'm usually finding it on social media, but further to that, if I see a brand that is recommended, I will go and have a look at their social media, see if they're there, and if they're not, I'll be like, that's sus. Are they a real brand? Are they a scam?
Yeah.
So I feel like that can help build
Yeah.
like a sense of security around brands.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking education, right? Like I hear a lot of teachers say that social media can be bad for education because it can be distracting and stuff, but it can also be a major news source.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, according to a 2022 study by the Pew Research Center,
Not the pew.
in the US, 82% of US adults say they often or sometimes get news from a digital device. So that was in 2022. In 2021, it was 51%. And in 2020, it was 60%. So they're getting their news from like social media or their phones.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to getting news from a television, which has decreased from 40% in 2022 to 31%. No, 40% in 2020, 31% in 2022.
Yeah. I like the idea of using social media as education. Like, personally, I have learnt so much, like, from watching YouTube videos, even like scrolling on TikTok.
Oh my God,
I have learnt so many things about like just skincare, hair care.
Oh my gosh, I always get really hyper fixated on like weird
Yeah.
YouTube trends. Like I
Yeah.
was telling you before, I got fixated on like stoma bags. And so now I just have like all this random knowledge
Yeah.
about stomas,
Yeah.
which like probably has no use to me, but
I
at
mean,
least
it's
I'm like
handy, just in
inclusive.
case. Just in case. Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know.
I agree. Yeah.
But also, I don't watch the news because I find it really depressive. So I like being able to have the control of choosing, like, if I want to see, like, news from the UN or specifically skewed medias, like, for say the Murdoch
Yeah.
media enterprise, or Cheek Media is one that I follow, which is, like, quite left.
Yeah.
And so I subscribe to them specifically on Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
Yep.
And I like being able to choose what kind of news I'm seeing. Because then it's like not all like, oh my God, the world is ending.
Yeah. That's what I feel whenever I do watch the news. It's always so like
So much fear mongering.
yeah, they're like, don't panic, but you know
The world
what?
is ending.
We have 3 days to live. Like the whole thing with
Armageddon is here.
like the whole thing about COVID, it was like it was bad. I agree.
Yeah.
It was very bad, but I feel
believe
like
that actually broke via social media. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah, like it was exaggerated a bit.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it was blown out of proportion. But
Also,
like
there was a lot of racism attached to it.
Yeah, and the thing with news, like the news that you see, they're showing shit that's like unnecessary. Like, why aren't we, seeing things that are actually like
Helpful.
that are worth, telling people
Oh my
about.
God, like a current affair? Don't even get me started.
I hate that.
Like, why am I seeing people stealing other
Yeah.
people's, like, clothing hoists? You know what I mean? I don't need to see about that. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
But no hate for Tracy Grimshaw. Love her.
I mean, no. She's slay.
Yeah, we love Tracy.
I don't watch her often.
A
But,
negative, a negative to this though is obviously that
Yeah,
surveillance
is-
and privacy
is
aspect.
surveillance and privacy. I think with social media, whatever you post on social media,
Yeah.
it is your digital footprint.
Not
is
not
there
even just that,
forever.
but like your metadata. So like your locations of where you have taken photos, your name,
Exactly.
your age.
The amount of times I have gone to post something on Instagram
Yeah.
and it knows I'm in Rouse Hill. It
well,
knows
not even that.
I'm
It
in-
knows where the picture's taken. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
it
usually
knows where
geotagged.
Yeah, and it's really it's like a lot. And like even when, you're talking to somebody about, I want to buy a new pair of sneakers, and then those sneakers will pop up
in ads.
In ads.
Oh my God.
And that is like the surveillance there is like
Yeah. And also,
they are watching.
there's that, like, I love posting Instagram stories.
Yeah.
But, like, if I had a stalker, they would be able to find me at all hours of the day.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm posting my location all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's like definitely like, and then that plays into the whole privacy aspect.
Yeah.
Like future bosses can see
Yeah.
like what you're posting, what your views are, what you look like.
It's like those celebs that post, like they've posted in like years and years ago, and then it gets
Oh my
all
God,
that
Shane
bad,
Dawson.
yeah, all of that bad stuff like resurfaces again, and it's like that was in 2015.
Yeah.
That was crazy, and it's like 2023. Like that is significant.
It's there forever.
Yeah, that is like there forever.
And even if you've deleted it,
Yeah.
you can go on like the Wayback Machine
yeah,
and like
Yeah.
see what if or what was there,
yeah.
if
Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's there forever, and the
Yeah.
fact that like you can stalk somebody by just looking
Yeah.
on social media, and you can find out so much.
Yeah, and even like stories.
Like,
I know
so
you can see
much.
who views your stories.
Yeah.
But there are now websites that you can go onto and
Yeah.
anonymously look at people's stories, and they come up as like those sex bot things.
Yes, I have
I have so many of
so
those.
many.
And I'm like,
and I don't know
which
what
of you snakes are watching me?
I don't. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah.
But
Or I
yeah.
get like weird like tagged stories for like Shein, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely that.
I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
As soon as you put something on social media and somebody gets a hold of it, like, I'm amazed I haven't been like
Duped.
cloned,
Doppelganged.
cloned
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean,
yeah.
Somebody could create a whole ass replica of me with all the information I've put on social media.
Literally. Yeah.
But then jumping back to the positive, with all that information that I'm posting on social media, I feel like it has allowed me to A, connect to people, and B, like express myself, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah.
And a big aspect of me sharing so much is also like social justice, which I've also been able to like connect to other people with. So I know that there was like a big, like if you think back to the Black Lives Matter thing, that was a very, like back when George Floyd, that whole incident occurred where his life was taken by an officer, quite violently. Then we had the whole Black Lives Matter movement kind of blow up on social media.
But then you also get like people on social media that like abuse that.
Like trolls.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
like abuse it, and it's like we can't have anything.
I guess you also get like performative activism, but like this can be a topic for another time. But I personally believe performative activism still counts because you're still participating to the movement.
Even though you're trolling,
Yeah.
you're still exactly. It's
Like,
like,
you're still
it's like
promoting it.
it's like
A
that.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's like a hater. Like
Yeah.
they're your biggest fan. 'Cause
Exactly.
they wait for you to do one thing.
Yeah.
And then
like they're still contributing to the cause.
yeah, like if they listen to your, say, somebody
Our
said
podcast.
they hated our podcast, and it's like, great, thank you, but like you still gave us a view.
Yeah. Like they obviously
Thanks.
listen to it.
Yeah, like they listen to us.
Speaking of, we've had almost 100 listeners, and I just want to say a big thank you.
you.
I thought we would literally just
Yeah.
have like 20.
I know, yeah, and like the fact that people have actually gone, oh, it was good, like, we liked
Slay.
it, and I was like, oh my god, stop.
Major love heart for you all.
Love, yeah, love it.
And then also back to what we were saying about double edged. Sorry, I have to talk about this before I lose my train of thought. But like you were saying, when you get those ads,
Yeah.
after you've been like talking to someone about something,
Yeah,
I feel like you can on the other end of that, like on the brand end.
yeah, it's good promotion.
Yeah, it's really good marketing and
Great
promotion.
promotion.
And we had some stats where 28.2% of social media users discover new brands through ads on social media. I know I definitely have.
I definitely have, yeah.
And 24.4% from recommendations
Yeah.
or comments, like even if that's from friends.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. So other than search engines, social media is the most popular source of information for researching brands.
Of course.
And I can, especially TikTok. Oh my God, I get roped into so many TikTok
Yeah.
things. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need that in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The amount of times like I've I've gone, oh, this is a nice brand, and then like I'll click on it and it's like, give me all your money, and I'm like, oh,
Oh my god, oh my god, and there are lots of indie brands as well. Like I love being like that's what I love about social media is like I can find lots of indie brands and support small businesses.
There's so many small businesses and they're so like underrated, and like when I buy from them I'm like, oh my
like
god,
it's not always
yay.
going to...
I wouldn't have found you if I didn't have TikTok.
Well, I mean, because those smaller businesses don't necessarily have the resources to like show up on like Google because they don't have like the highest grading SEO. But they might show up in a TikTok feed under a super niche.
Yeah, exactly. I get that. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of it for access of information. It's a super vast topic, which I feel like we could definitely do its own little thing on. Yeah. But we're going to move on to mental health, and this one has been
it's a big one.
I feel like it's probably, I hear people, when I hear about social media, I hear a lot of discourse surrounding mental health and social media, positive and negative.
Yeah.
So
agree.
do you want to break down some stuff that you found?
Yeah. So personally, I've had positive and negative, situations with social media. Yeah. I love it. I hate it. There's certain social media apps that like I could go without for the rest of my life. Like Snapchat. I forget I have that. I forget I have Facebook.
Yeah. The only reason I use Facebook is for
the podcast.
Well, yeah, and
your music. Yeah.
For marketing.
But like for myself, I forget I have it. Yeah. I really like Instagram.
Me too.
And I like TikTok. They're the two that like I bounce between.
I've been like straight up cyberbullied on Facebook, Instagram, and I guess TikTok. Like I've had a lot of trolls on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I still love Instagram and TikTok just for like the sense of creativity they promote.
See, TikTok, I don't find it, if you're on the right side of TikTok, it's
oh my god,
it's literally just like memes. Yeah. Like that's why I love it, because it's my source of entertainment sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit, dark, and I'm like, oh, this actually toxic.
Like there is like Nazi content there. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, there is some like nasty
some
things.
Really racist people.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't tell if they're trolling or if they actually believe that.
Yeah. It's a scary place, but so with mental health, there's a lot of issues around body image, bullying, expectation versus reality. Oh my god, the beauty standard. Oh my goodness.
Did you see that whole thing with Tana Moja? I feel like she's very transparent about it, like how she face tunes some of her stuff. And I love when influencers are like I don't mind if they face tune as long as they're transparent about it.
But if they go, no, I definitely don't Photoshop. It's natural. Yeah. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I'm like, we can clearly see it.
Girl, like, you ain't looking like an alien for real.
Yeah, like your BBL is not BBLing like that without some editing.
She's not giving what she came to give.
Yeah, literally. But just to get into some little statistics and stuff around mental health, Headspace actually carried out a survey which displayed that 57% of young people believe their mental health is getting worse. And 42% of that 57% of young people have said that social media is the impact and the reason that their mental health is declining. And I totally agree with that, because the fact that I can see little kids walking around with iPads as the younger generations are there is more technology.
I had like a stick to play with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But also, like, that thing that I was talking to you about before, the phantom vibration syndrome, it was said to, anxiety explained 15% and 7.8% for stress-induced phantom vibration syndrome and, like, the one where it's, like, ringing, respectively. Like, the one where you, phantom feel it ring.
You can feel it ringing. Yeah.
So
I get that though.
that was related with that, like,
Yeah.
almost like paranoia that your phone's going off.
Yeah. The Headspace survey that I was just talking about originally, it also shows a steady increase because in 2018, only 30% of young people indicated that their social media was the reason their mental health was declining. Whereas, in 2022, it's at 42%. So there is
That's interesting.
there is a small increase,
Yeah.
but that is a big number considering how many people we have on this planet.
Yeah.
So it is an indication that spending too much time on social media is associated with the high levels of anxiety, depression, and psychological distress, exactly like that phantom vibration. The amount of times when I was younger, I don't experience it much anymore. The amount of times I thought like I heard my phone go off.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Hold on now.
Yeah, like it sometimes still happens now. It's more like I feel
Yeah.
vibration and I'm like, oh, what the hell? And it's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's probably just like my muscles tweaking or something.
Well, that's what it actually is, yeah.
Yeah, it's something else like vibrating in your body besides,
Do you think that, like, anxiety and stress might come from, like, incessantly watching other people's profiles and...
I think the anxiety and the depression and all of that, I think it has a lot to do with comparing your life to somebody else's and seeing
like other people's highlights that they posted.
like the amount of times like a girl will pop up on my like Instagram or anything and it will show them living this perfect lavish life and I'm like, damn, I wish I had that. And I'm like, why should I compare my life to somebody that's, probably getting paid to,
like do this full time.
yeah,
right.
and like they actually get money and
Yeah.
and like promote these products that they're like showing, doing their skincare and all of this. But I think a lot of that is the comparison to this. I know damn well that some of these influencers do not live every morning doing their skincare at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's unrealistic. As somebody that wakes up at 3:20 in the morning to go to work, the only thing I think about
is
getting to work and staying awake for my drive there. Like,
yeah.
And then when I finally wake up and I do everything that I needed to do for the morning, I will have my breakfast and then I will brush my teeth. I will do like wash my face and skincare and whatever I need to do, brush my teeth.
Yeah.
All at work after I've finally woken up. And that's like a good hour into my shift.
Nice.
Yeah, like
I don't know how you do it.
I know damn well.
You know how I said last week the hardest part of your job is probably not getting burnt by the chemicals?
Yeah.
I changed my answer to waking up at 3:30.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard out here.
Also similar to
hard.
what you were saying. Oh my god, that's the name of this podcast.
Self-promo.
Oh no, our camera's dead.
Died or something?
So for those of you who are actually watching right now and not listening, you guys listening might be able to tell as well, but...
We had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Haley forgot to charge everything and everything just died. Kaput. Nothing.
Yeah. My bad.
So we had a 3-day intermission. 3-day break.
Just a light intermission.
Yeah. And now we're back. Better than ever. Haley's a lifeguard. I'm
not certified though. Oh my god, I just did like that stim thing that I do.
Haley's got my lifeguard hat on.
I'm stimming in Kez's lifeguard hat. Lifeguard hat.
You look good in there.
Thank you.
Go.
But what you were oh my gosh, I was gonna start chewing this and then I'm like, wait, it's not
God,
mine.
don't chew it. I was chewing it today. That's practically making out.
Okay, I won't chew it then. So you were saying before we had our little intermission, you were talking about like how, some of that anxiety and stuff might come from
comparing.
Yeah. Yeah. And like seeing other people's highlights, if you will.
Comparing your life to their like best moments.
Yeah.
Which typically aren't, very realistic. They'll post probably the best bit of their week and then that's it. Then they're probably living a regular life where they're getting up at like 9 o'clock.
I
everybody.
love to put like me having mental breakdowns on my
So do
social
I.
media.
I love
yeah,
it.
for that sole
Like,
reason.
I hope my audience eats it up.
yeah,
And which
but
they
also
do.
yeah.
Normally it's you eating it up, and it's
like,
like, girl, are you crying? And you're like,
Lightning
same.
But I feel like that's so important because then it's showing other people that like my normal
Yeah.
can be like crying a lot. I can be a bit melodramatic.
Girl, you're melodramatic. I'm melodramatic.
Yeah.
The other day, I thought I had a brain tumor. I still think I
Yeah,
do.
honestly, I do that all the time.
Yeah. Dr. Google.
I don't even Google it. It's just when my head goes first.
Tumor. So, like I was saying before, we got cut off. People tend to take, all these like a big amounts of photos of themselves, delete what's crappy,
Yeah.
and will only make you see these like important bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
and-
like, I know as a teenager, my friends and I would literally go to places because they were Instagram worthy.
Yeah.
And we would, like, go and take cute pictures. I still do this sometimes for, like, cute cafes and brunch places
Yeah.
because they market it like that. But we would go and we would take lots of photos and then put it on our social media. And then people kind of get, like, FOMO.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. But oh god, what was I about to say?
Was it about comparing yourself?
Comparing
That's kind
myself. Comparing myself right now.
To who?
Probably
To me?
probably
like
you.
stimming over here.
Probably. But according to the Butterfly Foundation, which I did find out, females and males can both struggle with self-objectification and dissatisfaction. It's not just males.
Oh
it's
my god,
not
especially
just
with men like
females.
following all those gym bros.
And that's what I like mean by it. Like, you follow your example. Like,
Andrew Tate.
yeah, exactly. I literally wrote that down
Oh
here.
my god. Oh
Look.
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
That's
it's not
also,
it's,
we're hoping to do a topic on Andrew Tate sometime, so please,
God.
if you want to hear that,
I'm going to get so heated.
I'm gonna throw hands.
Like, fight or flight, and it's gonna be fight on these nuts.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be fighting on these nuts. Anyways, so I'm just gonna touch briefly on like expectation versus reality.
Well, we kind of did some,
a bit more depth. Mainly the beauty standards. Both male and female, I think, have their fair share of beauty standard, which I believe that social media has, made it more dramatic than what it should be. It's dramatized.
But
a
like, I
lot.
feel like different places around the world have different
Oh yeah,
beauty standards.
exactly.
Which then, like, obviously, like, social media is like transnational.
Yeah.
So how would that work with the beauty standards?
Yeah. So a lot of stars, like even Zendaya, I know Kendall Jenner had like an incident not too long ago. But Zendaya's actually criticized the widespread use of photo editing on social media and how they are photoshopping.
I think it's fine as long as you disclose it and you're not trying to be all like...
I reckon like if someone's like, you Photoshop, and they're like, yeah, I do,
Yeah.
I do that. And then, like, I feel like that is okay because at least they're, going, that's not my real body.
Yeah.
Like, but
It's like
then
a
there's
better
like,
version
then
of it.
there's like celebs that will be like, no, I don't have a BBL. No, I don't have this. And I'm like, just admit
The
it.
Kardashians.
Just admit.
Yeah.
Like, just admit that you are stopping 90% of the plastic from going in the ocean. Word.
They're saving the turtles.
They are single-handedly going to keep the plastic out of the ocean. But yeah, like I was saying before, like you see these beauty standards displayed by these hot celebrities.
Yeah.
And then that makes you want to copy them.
I think also, like, well, there was that TED Talk that I was watching a couple of days ago by Bailey Parnell,
Yeah.
which talks about, like, how you kind of get that dopamine rush from those likes and comments.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have more incentive to like doctor your images, to like get the like neurological.
Yeah.
zap.
I know when I like before I was in a relationship, I used to post for my followers.
Yeah.
When you are posting for your followers, that is when you'll edit, you'll pick your best photos, you'll do this. Now that I generally have like confidence and like I'm posting life events which I love. I might not look the prettiest, but like I'm like, look at this. I'm having a good time. Like,
Slaying it
yeah. Like, if you post for yourself and not for your likes or your followers, you will enjoy social media so much more.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, I love expressing myself
Me
over
too.
social media and like on my Instagram stories. If you follow me on Instagram, it's a wild ride.
we'll give you like we'll link it somewhere. Our
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
It's
like,
kind of unhinged.
yeah, literally. Yeah. But
I'm just like thinking back to the stories of the last week, and they're kind of unhinged.
I just remember mine being all over the place, up and down, up and down.
But I post things that make me happy.
yeah, exactly. Of course, on social media, a big one to like for mental health is bullying.
Oh god, yeah,
It
I've been
is-
bullied on
It is
so
a
many.
gateway for bullying, for anything,
I've had
and
to call
it's
the
dangerous.
I've had to call the police before because of
Yeah.
cyberbullying.
Yeah, it gets bad.
Me talking about like this really like serious topic, and then I'm literally wearing a life-saving hat.
Work.
Save from
You're lit-
cybercrime.
You're literally wearing a hat, and I'm literally like scratching at my foot. I've got the itchiest foot on the
And
planet.
we're like, cyberbullying is so
cyberbullying's
bad.
so bad. I'm like, fuck.
Why did I sound like?
Fuck, I have leprosy.
Why did I sound like Chris Lilly there? Cyberbullying is like so bad. Ecstasy. No, but like cyberbullying is really bad. I have had to call the cops before.
No, cyberbullying is bad. I've
Yeah.
been in the middle of it. I have also been a cyberbully. Yeah. Throw a spanner in the works.
Side eye.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Side eye. There was literally.
But,
Do you
like-
remember the Amanda Todd case where she literally commits suicide because of cyberbullying?
Oh, there's been so many. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
turned into a whole SA blackmail thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you were going about how you bullied people.
I mean, I didn't bully people, but I started drama. Like drama that probably didn't need to be started, but like I was in high school. I hated myself. I hated everyone around me. I just wanted the world to crumble. Girl, give me a break. I was going through it. I was depressed.
So was I, but I kept my pain
Girl,
to myself.
I
inflicted
hated
on-
myself, so I had to hate everyone else.
I did
equally.
hate. I hated everyone else, but like I kept it to myself.
I wanted everyone to know. But of course I don't do that now. Like
Thank God.
I maybe Haley or something. I'll be like,
Yeah.
girl, do you look bonita?
I feel bonita.
But yeah,
Good, because you look bonita.
wonderful. But I think social media is really bad for bullying. I think it's awful.
Yeah, even like my mum as a teacher will wholeheartedly agree with you.
Yeah, I think it is like floodgates ready to burst open.
Yeah, because I think it's because it's so ubiquitous. It's just like everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
You can't like go home from it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's always there.
Yeah, and you get notifications from it unless you
And it spreads so quickly.
Yeah.
Like trolling. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it spreads so
Yeah,
quickly.
because like I know like before Facebook got like fully updated. I mean, I think it still does it. Where if you're like tagged in a random person's photo, it'll pop up on all your friends' newsfeed.
Yeah, I think that still happens.
That still happens. It just shows that I don't use Facebook very often.
One time I almost got violated for a hate crime on Facebook because I tried to talk about like, because so there's this club called Poof Doof. And I was like, oh yeah, this was us when we went to Poof Doof and tagged a friend in it. And then I got reported for hate speech
work
for saying
Poof Doof.
poof. I'm like, girl, I am gay. Ally.
Ally. Love that.
But I feel like there are also positive
Yeah,
aspects to
of
mental
course.
health when discussing social media.
Yeah.
So a big one is like keeping connected with people, whether
Yeah.
that's like family overseas. I know I've like family in like England or Sri Lanka, like messaging with them, or like keeping in touch with old friends that you don't necessarily get to see all the time. Or making new friends based
Yeah.
on interests, or like, you know, like I know fandoms are a big thing. They're kind of like a whole separate issue. They can get very toxic, but a lot of people have made friends based on
Yeah.
fandoms.
I know when I was like younger, like I reckon I was about 15 or so, I for some weird reason was very popular on Twitter.
Oh my
I
god.
haven't told anybody this, but like I was very popular
here first.
on Twitter for some weird reason. I don't know what I did. I don't know what photo of my late. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
But like I made so many friends. I don't know where they are now, but like at that time,
Maybe they're
like,
listening.
maybe. Oh my god, love.
Ally.
But I literally made so many friends, and like all over the world.
Yeah.
And like we were all in like this big online group chat.
That's so cute.
I was always the last to reply because
Oh.
they were all talking, and I was like, "Girl, I am sleeping."
Were they like American?
Yeah, they were Northern Hemisphere folks. Real touchy.
But like I used to be
I
obsessed.
couldn't joke around too much or a bit too serious.
Americans are kind of like that.
Yeah,
Y'all
they-
Americans.
They
Why
are.
are you so for real? Relax.
We're joking.
I
We are
don't think- I don't
literally
think
joking.
I don't think they get like sarcastic humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you know what? I feel like if an American was to experience a day in my life, they would seize. They would seize by 5:30
AM.
a.m. They'd seize and they'd be like, "Girl, no way you work at a pool."
Yeah. They're like, a pool, what's that?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
But then also other like positive mental health aspects to social media is that whole creativity aspect. So for me, I promote a lot of my music, or I used to post like my drawing or poetry, stuff like that. I feel like
Artistic.
especially with Instagram, or TikTok, everyone's like very into trying new hobbies. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, "Ooh, I tried crocheting today. I tried acrylic pouring, or I did pottery today," and everyone's just like so supportive on that platform. On
I mean,
Facebook, it's all like
sometimes.
weird cooking videos.
On Facebook, you've got like middle-aged like men and women.
I don't even watch the Facebook videos because they make me genuinely concerned.
I don't even. Yeah, Facebook is. I don't like Facebook.
Yeah.
I love being creative on Instagram. That is my, a lot like you, safe haven. Instagram.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like photography based, so
Yeah.
it's like that creativity.
Yeah, and I don't know.
inspired.
I feel like it's a real good way to self-express, and I think that's what a lot of people feel like with Instagram. Because like, how many artists they'll straight away make an Instagram account?
Or makeup artists is a big
Yeah,
one.
they'll straight up make an Instagram account, and it's just like showing their art.
Well, because
Like,
I mean,
love it.
especially with like visual arts, like
Yeah.
makeup artistry, drawing, painting, what have you. It's such a good platform for that because it's a visual platform. It's
Yeah.
not like Twitter where it's like mainly text.
Yeah,
So then, obviously, like we mentioned before, there's that news aspect.
Yeah.
A lot of people get their information of real life events. I know that for me, I subscribe to a lot of like political stuff on Instagram or TikTok. Yeah.
yeah.
And then I get bombarded with stuff at election time.
I literally find out all my news. Like, I know this sounds so like dodgy.
Yeah.
But I literally find out my news from going on TikTok.
Me too.
And like,
That's how
I
I
know
found
that
about-
sounds like so sus, and it's like,
Yeah.
you don't like, oh, it's TikTok. Why would you believe it? I'm like,
But they
TikTok
still,
has taught me so much.
I feel like TikTok is almost it can be, if you're careful and you're a critical thinker, it can be more of a reliable source than actual news items. I mean, news
Yeah.
shows, because you get multiple perspectives.
The comment section.
Oh my God, I love a good TikTok comment section.
I
They're so
love-
unhinged.
I love comment sections.
Oh my God.
I could literally scroll there for hours just getting people's like reaction from
Yeah.
this like absolute controversy, and I'm like eating it up. I'm like,
It's like the 1,000 voices in my head, but they've already had the
it's
conversation.
literally all my intrusive thoughts
Yeah.
like thrown up.
Yeah,
Blech.
it makes me feel so supported.
I love it. I'm like,
And then also you have like the entertainment aspect,
Yeah.
which is like what we're kind of talking about here. Like,
Yeah.
whether it be, you know, seeing friends' updates, looking at memes, going through these comment sections, or learning things from YouTube videos, like they can be quite entertaining. And people make a lot of money from these things,
Yeah.
which is definitely a bonus as well.
Yeah. But just like with the entertainment, I get it. I watch it for entertainment. When does it become like an addiction? Like you're on it, like
Yeah.
and like that it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
I find. Like when TikTok first started.
Oh my
like,
God, that is
was-
so addictive because it just
I'm
goes
still
endless.
kind of addicted. If you're on
Yeah.
a good side of TikTok,
Oh,
which
yeah.
mine is, we don't even want to.
It's so like
We
I
don't
love
even
mine.
want to know what side of TikTok I'm on. I'm like 4 different sides. I like
I've got
bounce.
so many
I bounce.
weird niches on TikTok,
Yeah.
but I love it. Like I'm currently on the Hailey and Selena drama. I've
my
got some
God.
indigenous.
I'm on Capybara TikTok.
Yep.
How did
Capybara.
How did I get on Capybara?
Capybara.
Don't even get me
capybara.
started on being on like slight like anime book talk, ice hockey, capybara. I'm bouncing on there,
Mine's.
but I think that just
Yeah.
shows
Mine's
my
also
addiction.
very gay.
I think that just shows my addiction though. Mine's
Yeah.
not gay.
Mine is
Mine's
very
a little
gay.
bit too straight sometimes. I'm like,
Oh, do you get thirst traps?
no, I don't.
Oh, thank God.
No, I've blocked too many of them. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't like you. Block.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a good lesbian one though, and I'm like,
I always get like these like 16-year-olds doing like
Oh.
shopping hauls, and I'm like,
Do you
girl,
remember that-
at 16,
do you remember?
I did not have $4,000 in my account.
Do you remember that trend with the thirst trap of like those 3 or 4 guys in the lift?
Oh my god. Oh my god, do you remember the one of like them pretending to get arrested? And they were like twitching. They were
cringing.
tweaking, and I was like, girl, side eye, bombastic side eye.
That's not how it goes down. Also, the last topic that we're going to discuss is the idea that being on social media can polarize people further.
Yeah.
So basically, sometimes being on social media, because you often follow people you like, it can become a bit of an echo chamber.
Yep.
Where you keep around people who think like you.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're seeing. However, I would also argue that social media can expose you to a vast array of new views and opinions
that, yeah.
due to connecting with like distant acquaintances. Like I've had a few like random friends on Facebook from like high school who will post like the most out of pocket stuff, and I'm like, I would never have seen that otherwise.
Yeah.
And an article by Scientific American in 2020 actually found that echo chambers made people less polarized. It was an anecdotal experiment, but they argue that influencers we follow and the centralized nature of social media are making us more polarized, and not like the echo chamber nature of it. So it's more like the people you follow, like Tana Mojo, who are like promoting her beliefs because she's got that hold. People are gonna follow her
People are
thoughts.
gonna
Same
follow
with
her.
Andrew Tate is another one. Not that Tana Mojo and Andrew Tate are like on the same level. So yeah, Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I know sometimes, like, I'll sometimes fall into that, and I, like, catch myself out of it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, sometimes-
I'm just, like, accepting it because, like,
it's
this
like-
is someone I follow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, slay. And I'm like, that's so wrong.
Yeah, sometimes they're just so vastly either left or
Yeah.
right. I'm like, actually, I don't actually believe that. And I love discussing that with my followers.
Yeah.
Like, I'll either screenshot it and talk about it with my friends or post it on my story and be like, I actually don't agree with this because X, Y, and Z. And then I'll see what they think. They may agree or disagree.
Yeah.
And then there was a study by Modgul et al. In 2021, which stated that social media has played a pivotal role in polarizing views on politics, climate change, and more recently, COVID-19 pandemic. That was like that whole anti-masking situation. I don't know if you like remember that.
How could I forget?
Yeah, but that's kind of like due to confirmation bias, which is like reinforcing your attitudes and beliefs by like seeking out those attitudes. And then there was The Greater Good magazine in 2019, which stated that social media seems to amplify moral and emotional messages while organizing people into digital communities based on tribal conflicts. So that's that whole in-group versus out-group thing. It kind of bases, like it frames it like this is morally right and anybody else who believes otherwise is morally wrong. So it's really pitting like two groups against each other.
Yeah.
And then also the algorithms. If you're following something, the algorithm's just going to pump more of that stuff to you.
Yes.
Which aligns with confirmation bias.
Yes. The algorithms do me dirty sometimes.
Yeah.
I hate them.
But I feel like sometimes they get a little too amplified and then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't believe that and I don't like it, and then it kind of reins it back in.
Yeah, I clicked like today, which is great that it was all over my For You page. Because have you heard of that, the Willow Project currently? They're like they want to sell Alaska to oil. And like if they sell it, if they like, you know, Alaska's sold, like literally polar bears, penguins, anything in the Arctic will go extinct.
Be fucking for real.
Yeah, climate change will increase by like 100%.
What
and
the-
like the effects will be like irreversible. I clicked on it once because I was like, fuck, this can't be real, surely. And then like they've got a petition, sign the petition, and then like my whole For You page was just like sad videos, and I was like, I've got to get off because like I'm all
I
for
cannot
this.
escape, I cannot
Like,
come out.
like literally, I was like, I'm all for this stopping this
Yeah.
project because I'm very, you know, on the stop climate change bandwagon. Climate change is where like I'm at. But I was like, I have to get off because this is like the reality of this is it's so. It's too much.
It's kind of overwhelming.
It was like overwhelming. So I
Yeah.
had to like turn off my phone. But like, if we think about it, is that actually being broadcasted on the news as much as what detail it is on TikTok?
Surely not. Because the news
I don't
kind of
watch
like
the
glazes over
news.
certain things.
Yeah, like, and I follow like 9 News,
Yeah.
7 News on Facebook. I haven't seen one thing on Facebook.
Yeah,
The
I
few
haven't.
times I have gone on Facebook, I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen it. And instead
so sad.
they'll be like, oh my god, a superstar is in Australia. And it's like, I don't really care.
Like, show
I
me.
found out from their Instagram that they were here. So, like,
Yeah, show me that the
move
polar bears
along.
are dying.
Yeah, literally. Show you something that's important.
Yeah.
Because I don't, personally, I already knew Harry Styles was here.
Yeah, we did not need any more coverage on that.
I didn't need a news broadcast. I already knew he was here because I follow him on Instagram, and like
Every
my
single person
mutual
was
friends
posting it.
are
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Harry Styles. Fruit boy.
Then there was this other study, bless you,
Oh my
by
God.
Bailey et al., which offered a large group of Democrats and Republicans, so this is an American study, financial compensation to follow bots that retweeted messages by elected officials and opinion leaders with opposing political views. Republican participants expressed substantially more conservative views after following a liberal Twitter bot.
Wow.
However, Democrats' attitudes became slightly more liberal after following a conservative Twitter bot. This suggests that polarization in the US could be driven by exposure to views people disagree with rather than being separated from them by filter bubbles. So it's saying it's like
Wow.
coming from the exposure, like we
Yeah.
kind of like we were saying, rather than being separated from negative views, kind of like
Yeah.
that confirmation
Yeah.
bias echo chamber thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the polarization of opinions situation comes down to, are you able to see other people's opinions?
Or are you one-sided and
Yeah.
only going to see your own opinion
Exactly.
kind of thing?
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm such a like two-sided. I'm like, hang
Yeah.
on.
That's my inner
What's
Libra. I'm
your-
like, let me see them both.
I don't know if that's my inner Taurus going like, I can't be bothered like fighting this. Let's just handle it maturely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I know I'm dead right, I'll be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll fight to the death. Like, I didn't even care.
Yeah.
Like that guy at work today I was telling you about. I was
God.
ready to,
There was some creepy dude. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So basically, personally, I feel like social media is just the real world amplified.
Yeah.
Like meaning that social media is simply a catalyst for positive or negative behavior.
Yeah.
And then going back to the definition of social media, I guess I just posed the question, is it a problem of social media or is it a problem of social networking? Which
I
could be...
I think, I don't think social media is the issue. I think it's the people using social media.
Which is like the whole social networking aspect.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I believe.
I'm sure Snapchat didn't make Snapchat to
Creepy.
be a, send your best dick.
Nice cock.
Nice cock.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't intend to be Pornhub.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
But it's the people using it.
Yeah, it's the people using it that have made it that way.
Who have absolutely tainted it.
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, you kind of don't want to make a freaking social media where it's just like, send photos of yourself, because I feel like that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, but then...
Personally, so I think that's a mix.
You had the whole security breach with Snapchat, and then it's like, oh.
Oh my God. Remember when Snapchat used to show who your best friends were?
Oh, I haven't been on Snapchat in years, so...
Snapchat used to when I think I was in like year 11.
Yeah.
And that was many yonks ago. But you were able to see like who your like other people's top 3 best friends were. And I was like, that's so like, so you knew like good old fucking Jennifer was speaking to good old Todd.
That's so, like, sneaky.
That's so sneaky. And you'll be like, oh my God, Jen, are you talking to Todd? And it's like, oh my God, how did you know? And it's like, all I did was click your name. But it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh.
But instead it has a map. And that goes back to that security issue. Why would they have a map? Like
I feel like that,
maps.
yeah, that
like,
would be...
That is such an unnecessary tool. I personally... I don't think I've told you about this. I haven't told many people about this, probably just Logan.
Uh-oh.
But
Where is this going?
I had a boy
Uh-oh.
stalk me on Snapchat maps and show up to my house. Yeah.
For anyone who cannot see me right now, my jaw is dropped.
Yeah. He stalked my house. And he was like, I'm at the front of your house. And I was like, it is 2:00 in the morning.
It's 5:00 in the morning.
Conversation got boring.
But, like, for real, like, that's kind of...
But, like, yeah, like, that, I feel... I hate that. Like, Snap Maps, I don't even know if mine's on. I don't even look at it. I barely go on Snapchat.
Oh, my God, I hope no one's stalking our podcast right now. Hang on, let me check.
They're like, they're at Haley's house. But yeah, that is like a real privacy and security. Like that is my location.
But then going back to the whole question, that's a problem with the person using it. Not necessarily. I mean, that's a bit of a problem with the features, but like
I think that's an issue with the media. Like Snapchat didn't need to make a map.
we didn't need
Like
the
what's
map. No.
what's the point of it? Personally,
I don't know.
what's the
Like
point
that.
of
It should not be that.
Like, I mean, yeah,
accurate.
it's great to kind of like, if you're ever, you know, sometimes when I'm at Fids, I'll be like, oh, who's at Fids?
Yeah.
And like, I'll see like a big group of people at Fids. I'm like, oh, they're here. That's the only time it's useful. But other than that,
That's scary
like,
as hell.
yeah, like the time, like when that dude showed up to my house with my parents are gonna watch this as well. They're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Oh my
While
God.
my parents were asleep.
That's
And
so
I was
creepy.
like, that's so, like, go away. Like, and I'm like, sorry, mum and dad, but I was like literally in the street, like shooing this guy away.
Did you like him?
No.
Okay.
He was, oh my God.
Do I know him?
No.
Oh,
He
thank
was
God.
the epitome of like a genuine like pick me boy.
Oh my God.
Like dramatic, like
Oh my God.
crybaby, would probably emotionally blackmail you, which he tried to do with me.
Lol.
He tried to genuinely physically
My first boyfriend did that to
blackmail
me.
me. And I was like, this wouldn't have happened if I didn't have him on Snapchat.
Did you delete him from Snapchat?
I think he deleted me.
Oh, thank God.
Because he magically got a girlfriend like a week later.
To whoever that girl is, if you're watching,
I
I'm
think they
so
broke
sorry.
up. I think they broke up. He also had the audacity to message me while he was with this girl and be like, come over.
course he
And I was
did.
like, why would you go away? And then like
Leave.
I was like, go away. Like that is actually like trash.
Well, I guess that's like the perfect anecdote for you guys to let us know. What do you think? Is it the social media? Is the problem with social media the social media itself, or is it a problem with social networking?
I think it's both.
I feel like it could be a mix of both, but it's
Yeah.
mainly people because people
yeah.
like really suck
Yeah.
at the best of times.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Next week,
Yes.
stay tuned because we will be going through climate change.
A big one.
Kez is very excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
And today we came to slay, we stayed to gay, and we will see you next time on It's Hot Out Here.